It has been 152 days since I started investing $10 a day into SCHD, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over how my investment has performed since that time. Now, before jumping in, I do want to go over some of the comments and questions that I received on my last update video. I like a lot of the comments and questions that you guys are submitting. So I just want to take a few minutes to shout a few of you guys out and to answer any of those questions that I received that I think may be helpful for other people to hear. And also real quick, if you're serious about building out an investment portfolio or you're looking to level up in your career and you're looking for some personal help, I do offer one-on-one customized coaching. I'll share more on that near the end of the video, but the link is down in the description if you're curious and want to check that out now. All right, so the first comment that I'm going to review did not come in on my past SCHD update. It was actually on my $5 a day VOO update, but I do believe that this question is valid for SCHD as well, because I have received this comment and I want to make sure that if I have an opportunity to mention it on all of these updates that I do. So the very first question here is, the stock market is only open for 5 days a week, plus it is also closed on public holiday. So how did you invest for 346 days? Again, that's on my $5 VOO daily investment challenge, where I have invested a little over 350 days now. But essentially, I'm only investing Monday through Friday. I am not investing on weekends or holidays, and I'm not worried about making that up at any point in time. Now, I started investing in SCHD back in November of last year, 2024, and I'm only investing during the week. Again, not on holidays, not on weekends. All right, the next question that I received is, what time of day is the actual purchase, I wonder? When I buy, I like to set buy limits as ETFs move up and down all day. Thanks. So on my last video and several others prior to that, I did mention that I have this portfolio set on autopilot, meaning every time I get paid, I have a set amount that's coming from my checking account and going into my investment account. And then my investment account is automatically purchasing $10 worth of SCHD on every single trading day. So it's completely automated. And I'm using Webull for this portfolio, and Webull makes its purchases around 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as for setting buy limits, I'm not 100% certain if that could be done in Webull. You would have to kind of go in there and take a look to see if you're able to kind of tweak what the buy limit would be. I'm not so worried about how much the investment costs on a day-to-day basis, because I'm dollar cost averaging. Price that it is on that particular day is the amount that I'm going to be paying for that investment on that particular day. So I haven't actually went in and taken a look at whether or not I can manipulate the system to only purchase at a particular set price. I can take a look at that and maybe do a future video on that if that's something that you're interested in. Leave a comment down below if you'd like to see that, and I will make a video on that in the future. All right, so the next comment is, what do you think of SoFi as investment brokerage? So again, I have no allegiance to any of the brokerages that are out there. I like using Webull because Webull is extremely easy to use and you can buy fractional shares. I think you could do that in SoFi as well, but essentially what I tell people is find a brokerage that you like and stick with it. You don't have to use Webull, you don't have to use SoFi, you don't have to use Robinhood, you don't have to use Fidelity. All of them are essentially the same. Their interfaces may be slightly different. So what I would suggest is you find a brokerage that you like and stick with it. They're essentially the same. Some of them will allow you to buy fractional shares of index funds and some won't. So if you're looking to invest a specific amount, or you're looking to invest daily, like I'm doing in this portfolio, which is about $10 a day, then I would suggest that you go with a Robinhood or a Webull, and I believe Fidelity is in that as well. I'm sure that there are some people that are using other brokerages that allow you to buy fractional shares, and if there are, leave a comment down below to help this person out to figure out what's going to be the best brokerage for them. All right, so the next question that I received was, nice content. Do you have to watch and monitor how the market performs daily? is there a way for you to stop your own investment portfolio when the market is down? And they're asking these questions because they're a new investor. So yes, I do watch and monitor the stock market every single day. I'm on there before the market opens and pre-market, and I check it periodically throughout the day. But that's because investing in the stock market is one of my passions. Most people don't have a need to watch the stock market every single day, and most people don't want to, which is why I always tell people, especially new investors, investing in ETFs and index funds is the way to go because it's passive investing. You put money into that account and you continue to do so over a longer period of time. And the appreciation of the fund is what's going to drive your value of that investment up over time. Index funds and ETFs are less volatile than individual stocks, meaning movements to the upside and the downside are going to be much more narrow than with individual stocks. In the second part of the question is there a way for you to stop your own investment portfolio when the market is down? So the answer to that is yes. You can always stop or pause investing. What I tell people is you want to be a major player in the market when it's down or pulling back. That's where you're going to make your money. You're going to make your money when the market pulls back because you're going to have an opportunity to average into your position at a much lower cost. And as that price starts to appreciate again, that's where you're going to start to see your portfolio start to move to the upside. All right. And then the last comment that I'll read here is great video. Just got into investing this month, started my Roth IRA and going all in on SCHD for life. I love when I see comments like that, especially if I have helped inspire people to actually get off the sidelines and start investing. I'm investing in SCHD in this portfolio, but the entire stock market is open. It's your oyster. You can go out there and decide what works for you and invest in that. If SCHD works for you, then great. If SPY works for you, then great. Or some other investment works for you, that's completely fine. I mean, I've received comments in some of my videos where some people are saying, hey, I wouldn't invest in SCHD, I would invest in something else. That's great. If you have a suggestion on a different fund that people should be investing in outside of SCHD, leave a comment down below. But don't only just leave the comment, tell them why and what is the fund that you're suggesting that they invest in. I want this to be open dialogue and it's not a one size fits all. I'm doing these videos in the hope that people will get off the sidelines and actually get in the game and start building wealth. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in and let's take a look at how my portfolio has performed. So if you take a look here at the screen, you'll see that my investment in SCHD as of today is down $22.34. And that equates to 1.46%. And then on the day, I'm up $4.99 or 0.33%. I have a market value of $1,503.62. And the total cost of my investments in SCHD is $1,525.96. And I have an average price. So the average price that I have paid for this investment is $27.35. I have a total of 55.79 shares of SCHD, and it is roughly 35% of my total portfolio. So if you've watched any of my previous content, my previous update content, you'll know that I have 3 index funds in this portfolio, and SCHD makes up 35% of that portfolio. And the last price that I was able to purchase SCHD was $26.95. So my investment in SCHD is currently in the red, but I'm not concerned because this is a long-term portfolio that I'm building out. So these short-term swings to the upside and to the downside, I'm not too worried about it. Like I've said before, I only go into this portfolio right before giving you guys these updates. So I'm truly not worried about this at all. I have said it and forget it. And I just out of sight, out of mind, because I know that Webull is doing its thing every single day. And whenever I come in to give these updates, I want to have them in real time as I'm giving them to you. All right, so now I want to take a look at the Fear and Greed Index. So this is a tool that I use. By no means is it rocket science or anything like that. I just kind of use this. And what this does is it gauges investor sentiment across the board. And if you take a look at this Fear and Greed Index, we're at 62, which means there's a little bit of greed in the market. So what that tells me is that we have a lot of people still sinking money into the market. We just saw that the US and China have agreed to the framework deal on a trade agreement. And the only thing left that needs to be completed is for both presidents to actually sign off on it. So that could be driving some of this greed. So anytime I take a look at the fear and greed index and it's heavily weighted on either extreme fear or extreme greed, I start to pay attention a little bit more, because you just never know what's going to happen when there's extreme fear or greed in the market. So as you can see on this screen right here, SCHD is currently trading at $26.96, and it opened today at $26.83. We have a 52-week high of $29.18. So that's the highest price that SCHD has had over the past 52 weeks or 1 year. And the 52-week low, which is the lowest price in a rolling 12-month period, is $23.87. And now we'll talk a little bit about how much that I've received in dividends over the past 152 days. I have received a total of $10.98 in dividends, which isn't a lot, but again, we're getting that ball rolling. We're getting that snowball rolling. And as we continue to increase our investment in SCHD, the amount that we are paid in dividends will continue to increase. And we are also set up with the dividend reinvestment program to where every time we receive a dividend, it is automatically reinvested back into our position. So we don't even have to do that, right? So when I talk about it's fully automated, it is truly fully automated. I am 152 days into investing into SCHD, and I'm happy with my investment at this point in time. The money that I'm putting into this investment is money that's going to be there for a minimum of 10 years. I don't need the money right now. And whenever it's invested, it's out of sight, out of mind, and I'm not going to be removing any money from this portfolio anytime soon. When an investment is pulling back some, which SCHD is just a little bit, we have an opportunity to average in at a much lower cost. So when I see that my investment is in the red, I'm not concerned, because one, I know that I have time, 10 plus years, to hold in this investment. And two, I know that I get to average in at a lower cost. And once this investment starts to move back to the upside, I'm going to see the benefit of that in my portfolio. If you're looking for help to start building out a strategy in the path to building wealth, or you're looking for some guidance in your career, I offer one-on-one coaching that can help you to get started. The link to that is down in the description below. Check it out. I'd really love to work with you to get you started. What direction do you think that SCHD is heading for the rest of the year? Do you think it's heading up? Is it heading down? Let me know your thoughts and what you're investing in. And if you started investing with me, how long have you been investing and how is that investment performing? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.